Alright, so today on NewbieVeT, got a special guest. We got my dude in the building. We got Red.
Come on, man.
What's going on, King?
What's going on, brother?
First off, let's get into the name Red. I know people have asked you, I didn't ask you this off camera. You know, I just want to make sure I put this on camera. Why they call you Red?
When I was born, like, I was light skinned, like, damn near white, so
Okay.
it just stuck with me. My grandma gave me the name Red, along with my grandma. So it just always stuck with me, like, even though a nigga black now. So,
Yeah, I like
that.
Yeah.
So it just always was there, and I just kept it with me, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I was wondering, because I like some name, you know, some of us be having the most terriblest
Yeah,
nicknames.
that's like nigga shit. Excuse my language.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, I know a dude named Meatball.
Is he skinny?
Nah.
Okay, see, look, sometimes, we do shit like Kyle Big niggas tiny and...
Yeah. Some names match him now. Some
right.
names do match.
Yeah.
Some names. All right, so, man, let's get into it, man. So, originally, you from...
I'm from
Atlanta.
I'm from Atlanta, yes,
Atlanta,
sir.
originally
Yes,
from
sir.
Atlanta. Okay, cool. I nailed that right. I did that right. From Atlanta. So what was it like in Atlanta?
I can say what it's like everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I grew up in Atlanta. I grew up in Covington. I grew up in Conyers. I grew up in Lithonia. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, I never really had, like, a stable place, like, from being young. So I always grew up everywhere. But, like, Atlanta, that shit is the city. You know what I'm saying? So everything is fast-paced. Like, it's very, like...
Yeah.
It's like one day, you know what I'm saying? Feel like it's a week at a time. You know what I'm saying? So, like... shit be like moving. That's why niggas look a lot older out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
One thing I love Atlanta. I got a lot of family there. We stay up there for a few little bit. What I don't like about it is too congested.
yeah, it's too much going on.
It's too much going on, and it's too many people.
Yeah, you don't know everybody.
It's just congested. Like the highway is congested. Like it's just congested. But yeah, other than that, it's a lot of opportunities. A lot of opportunities. Like so, it's the new Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Close thing to it.
Yeah. So, how long you stayed in Atlanta?
I stayed in Atlanta for like, I stayed for summers, so I stayed in like total. I stayed in Atlanta for about 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
But I can really say like Atlanta really like made me as a person. You know what I'm saying? Because like, shit, like that's the gutter. You know what I'm saying? The heart of the heart. You know what I'm saying? So like. It's a lot different than like Augusta and Conyers and, you know what I'm saying, Covington, other places where I've been at. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot. Like, you got to have your head on the swivel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Even being young, like, if you're not paying attention to what's going on, even it be the slightest thing, like, you could lose your life or anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? Right. So just being aware was, like, really the most. But I spent time in Conyers, you know what I'm saying, Covington. Like, I grew up everywhere. Like, just from, you know what I'm saying, sleeping in churches, you know what I'm saying?
Just sleeping in churches?
Yeah. I done slept in churches, like shelters, you know what I'm saying? So I've been like everywhere. Like, so it's just never been like a specific place. But I can say like Atlanta really made a nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Alabama, I done grew up everywhere. Fool. Like,
okay. Had a taste of, you know, different lifestyles at a young age. Cause I mean, you 19 now, right?
Yeah.
19, yeah. Dang, so you done been right there, man. Wow. So, music. When did the music get involved in your life?
I could really say music really got in my life like around like 12 and 11. It was really mostly when I was living in a hotel. I used to have nigga come over there rap with me. My big brother used to come rap with me, so they just kind of like made a, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how older niggas, like, they kind of be freestyling. They ain't really for real, but, like, I kind of found a love for it, and I always loved music.
Right.
So I feel like eventually, like, I could make it for myself and make it for other people to like it. You know what I'm saying? But I've been making music for a while, so, like, I just now started taking it serious. You feel me? So I found a love for it. You know what I'm saying? About 11, 12.
Yeah. And so I just been dealing with it ever since then?
Yeah. It just always been there with me. Like, no matter where I was at, I always felt like music was there with me.
So how many siblings is it? With, you know,
I got 9 siblings.
Good God.
I had to count off camera because I ain't really...
So 9?
I got 9 of them.
So like how many boys and how many girls?
I got 2 brothers and I got 7 sisters. So...
That's a lot of girls.
You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas was mainly raised by girls, but like, thank God I ain't, you know, come out flamboyant or, you know what I'm saying, none of that crazy shit.
So question, because that brings up a question. So, because my mother raised me on her own. I mean, she had, you know, she got married a little later on, you know, in her life. But the earlier part, she mostly just had boyfriends in and out, but they wasn't nothing serious or nothing like that. Yeah. So she mostly her inside the house a lot. So, and I as well came out good because a lot of women and stuff, and my aunties and all them used to be around and stuff like that. So, do you feel like when that type of household, do you feel like not having a father around, do you feel like is that be kind of a situation where it makes men have some type of feminine side? Yeah. Like they're not gay or nothing like that, but you have some men that people be looking at them like,
I understand what you're saying.
He's soft spoken or stuff like that, because obviously it doesn't. A lot of people doesn't be like that a lot, because a lot of fathers ain't been in a lot of people's lives.
I won't lie to you, big brother. It's really depending on who perspective you looking from. Because I grew up with a lot of girls, you grew up with a lot of girls. We know that because of that, our energy is a lot more, you know what I'm saying, yin yang, so it's a lot more balanced. Not the fact that we ain't have our fathers, you know what I'm saying, because you know what I'm saying, we know our dads, you know what I'm saying, but they wasn't involved, so a lot of our decision making came from women. So that really makes us, you know, emotional, you know what I'm saying. We have to move out of those type things, so it's harder to maintain your masculinity around women because they are feminine. But if you can outgrow that, you know what I'm saying, it make you a lot more balanced, you know what I'm saying. People don't really understand, like, yeah, you can be feminine, but you can also have your masculinity, you know what I'm saying, over that, you know what I'm saying. So
you got it's sensitivity,
you know. And like I'm a sensitive person, you know what I'm saying. I can't act like I'm just big tough macho man. Like, I'm a sensitive person. Like, I cry, you know what I'm saying. I'm emotional, so I can't really act like, you know, women didn't really make that me, you know what I'm saying. I feel like if I was around my dad a lot more, I'd be a lot more heartless and like wouldn't understand things, you know what I'm saying. So
you know, that's the balance of the two guards, like as a mother and a father. Like the mother's there to install, and her son show love. Basically, like in a weird, it sounds weird, but you hear this from a lot of older people. They'll tell you, men look for girls that's like their mothers, right? Like, you know, not meaning like they look like their mother, but they act like the genuine love of the mother. Like the mother get like your first crush is your mother. Like that's the first person you're gonna be in love with because that's your mother. Not on no sexual shit, but like as far as on like this, she's a female.
The comfortability, like you comfortable around your mama. Like you could do anything around your mama. You know what I'm saying? You could talk to your mama.
And
then
you could, you know, some people could take judgment from their parents and take it as it's love.
Right.
You know,
Nah, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? So others can't. You know. So it's a balance. Like you said, it's that balance. And the father is there to show supposed to show obedience. Supposed to show you how to move and maneuver as a man, take care of your household, be a protector, be a provider, show security.
I'm not gonna say we need more fathers, but I'm gonna say we need more good fathers. Because a lot of people, you know,
we don't need no more goddamn fathers. We gotta ask fathers.
People got dads, but they dad ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I literally know people who got two parents who live at home and they act like they don't know nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? As a man, you know what I'm saying? Or as a woman, like, and
not cut you off, but I have to put that on both sides too, because even though you gotta think we do have a lot of men out there that bounce from home to home, but we also, that a lot of people talk about, we also have a lot of females that disown their kids.
I was just finna say that, right?
They have a good time. To live this image that they want, so they spend more time on the image than the kid. And then now you have these kids be trying to look for love, lost, don't have no direction because
and the wrong things,
and they get into meet the wrong people. And always be the young ones, because the young, we gotta think a young period. That's why you always you have the pedophiles and all that because you gotta think you have a premature mind. It haven't developed yet, so your sense of awareness and shit isn't keen to someone that's been through experience.
Feel like you're still a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I feel like the internet is probably the worst thing that probably ever happened to mankind, period. Like, and I'm not saying it didn't give us a lot of opportunities, but I didn't say that it didn't cause a lot of things that we wouldn't have happen now. Like, so I feel like the internet is a different type of, it's a different type of view than people get to actually see in real life. Like, people get to portray themselves on the internet as somebody else, and they get to go in their real life and be nobody. You feel what I'm saying? So that being a thing, that really creates shells of people like who don't know nothing. Like, they don't know themselves, they don't know who they are. Besides when they get behind the camera, or besides when they do, you know what I'm saying, when they do internet shit, or when they on the trend, they don't know who they are. You know what I'm saying? So that's the worst part. You know what I'm saying?
That piggybacks off what, last interview. Shout out Patrice. Me and her had a conversation about the perception of what people put on and stuff like that. Because for one, when you get online, like I said, the best thing if you want to be online is to be yourself. Because if you put on an image of you got money, you got to put it, it's hard for you to keep that image up. Like, it's hard. That's no different than you buying a Maybach or a Ferrari, and you just got enough money for that Ferrari, but you ain't got enough money for it when that bitch tear up. So, like I tell people, in order for you to buy a certain thing of a certain price, make sure you can afford it 2-3 times over. You know what I'm saying? So even with the same thing with your personality online, people always seem and want to show. Now we living in a world now where we want to. You can get famous off just proving somebody else this credibility. Oh, you're not a real person. You're not a real rapper. You're
hating,
not a real
essentially, like
pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much. And it's crazy because TikTok, like you said, the internet. I agree with you on that, and I also gotta add that TikTok is the #1 corporate.
Yeah,
out of all the apps.
That shit,
you think about it, out of all the social media apps ever created, that you far as you remember, because you're 19, but I remember a lot more apps. You had Black Planet,
MySpace, I got all that good shit.
You had all that shit. Yeah. So you had a lot of, and even Tag, you had a lot of shit. But out of all those apps, none of them had the impact like TikTok has. Yeah. To a point where it has people doing crazy stunts, doing wild pranks, people just fighting on purpose. It's a lot of entertainment, but it's not really entertainment. It's more of acting a fool online. Yeah. But you see more of that on TikTok. Don't get me wrong, you see it on every other app. Yeah. But it's like you haven't seen an app talked about as much as TikTok. Yeah. I mean, even Snapchat had this moment at one point, but it still wasn't as big as TikTok. What you say?
But we got to look at the algorithm, right? Because we had Kick, okay? If you know what Kick is, right? You know what that is. Okay. So when we had that, we had Vine. We can't forget about Vine. Right. But we talking about the things that paved the way for people to understand. They weren't paying the people on Vine. Nobody was getting paid to use these apps. Nobody that never was a thing.
Oh, none of that.
So now that people was getting paid for these things, it's more like it's bringing the side out of them that they never, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can go on Instagram, hell, and you can go shake your ass, or you can go expose yourself, and you more likely to go up where you want to go, then, you know what I'm saying, you holding it down and you stand doing what you're doing. But that's more how they kind of projected the internet to be. Like, TikTok is more like everything in one that you can now just come to, and you like, if I want to make a fool out of myself, if I want to talk some real shit, I can come to TikTok. If I don't want to talk, if I just want to scroll all day and waste my life, I can come to TikTok. But like, that's the point of it. Like, you want to spend your life on this app. Like, that's what they want you to do.
And you know the crazy thing about it, and you telling the truth, the crazy thing about it, I know a few people, I know a lot of people, honestly. Right. They don't work. They don't clock in for nobody. They rather stay home.
Watch shit, talking shit.
Play the game. upload content all day, smoke their gas,
Right.
drink their drink, eat their food. That's it. I'm talking about every day, all day, and it's like, and don't get me wrong, some of their numbers are good, are decent. But look at how much time that you have to invest in the apps to make some type of decent money. Like, it's like people be like, yeah, well, it's good money. No, you got it. Like, 1 million views ain't nothing but a few $100.
Niggas living in simulation.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Think about this now. 1 million views ain't nothing but a couple $100.
Literally.
It ain't like you getting thousands and thousands of dollars.
People don't get that. Like, that's why, like, I make music, but, like, as of to this day, I'm still working on my tape. Like, I felt like at one point, if I would have dropped music, you know what I'm saying, when it was hot, you know what I'm saying, it would have had to been some bullshit.
Right.
But if I wanted to do it how I wanted to do it, I would have had to craft my, you know what I'm saying, craft myself into what I want it to be, you know. Right. And a lot of times what's coming out now is just what people feel like people want, and it's whatever the trend is. Like my dog said, you know what I'm saying, Trees kept it real. Whatever the trend is, your niggas riding it, you feel what I'm saying, and whatever's cool, niggas is on that. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So that's why I never been a big, you know what I'm saying, no big person, cause like I never rode no train, I never rode no wave. I'm a pioneer, I create my own
right.
Wave, right? So like,
that's facts. And I'm the same way. That's why I say I never ride waves, I never do trends. There's a lot of people that wanna work with me.
Come on, shout out CTC. Come on.
There are a lot of people want to work with me on it, and they have the ideas, but the ideas is shit that I already see. So it's like I have a brand of always trying to be original and do my own thing and be creative, because right. I'm an artist. So and I'm a creative, imaginative person. So it's
creator,
like yeah. So it's like, and I like to expand myself. Like I picked up the guitar last year and learned how to play guitar. So it's like. I've been playing keyboards and shit my whole life, pianos my whole life, but picking up the guitar was a new instrument because I finally picked up time to do that. So it's like what you're saying, you know, my last interview was like, you know, you want to find small things or whatever to upgrade yourself, to do things like that. I wouldn't be able to do none of that shit if I be online all day, because you got to think, you know, what making you money is your niche.
Right.
So it's like once you find your niche, whatever your audience draws to like to see from you, because it's people that be blowing up off stupid fucking shit, bro. Like this, honestly, no talent at all. They blow up off accident.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even the girl from Dr. Phil, Catch Me Outside. How about that? She didn't know she was gonna blow up just by saying that shit. It's just. Right.
But you seen what happened? No longevity unless she fucked herself up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's what
she didn't have.
I was saying. Luck get you in the door. Luck get you in the door. Skill keeps you relevant and keeps you in the game. So that's when your skills take effect. People don't give a fuck about how good your skills is in the beginning. They just want to know if you can blow. Because you know a lot of motherfuckers. We know a lot of people that can rap. That sounds good.
But I ain't gonna say skills, big brother, because I know a lot of people who got skills, but they don't have the skills to pay the bills, if that's what you want to call it. Because a lot of people got skills, but they don't know how to execute that in a way to where it benefits them. You know what I'm saying?
What it is? You know exactly what it is?
What it is, big brother?
It's the business ethics with them. Like a lot of people know the music side, they don't know the business.
Yeah.
So it's like when you don't know the business, it makes you move different. A lot of people, if you just an artist and you just know how to do the artist, you gonna move like a rock star,
right?
Because you think you made it already.
Yeah.
So a lot of them down here, they move like rock stars down here because they feel like they made it already, or they feel like they put it in some years of work down in the city where a lot of people done gave them props and this and that, so they ain't got nothing else to prove here. Wrong. You still stuck here.
Augusta can't do that shit. Now, maybe Atlanta. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And I'm not gonna say that to no shade to Augusta, because I'm coming straight up out this bitch like everybody else is. But I feel like, that being said, Atlanta has a lot more people in their hood who gonna put some money behind them. Like I know a lot of people in Augusta who got money, but they from a hood and they don't fuck with nobody in their hood. Like
it's not because they done had relationships with each other, friendships, and it went sour.
It's sour.
So a lot of Augusta people, you gotta think Augusta's small, bro. It's not big like you think. Atlanta's small.
Everybody know everybody.
Atlanta, what's Atlanta big? Atlanta's not big. Atlanta is a small circle. You gotta know certain circles to be involved.
Yep.
So even with Augusta, like down here, a lot of them been doing music forever to the point where they stuck in their own ways. They don't know how to change the recipe up, add a little spice, add a little something to change it up. Like you have to reinvent yourself. And a lot of them don't know how to do that. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, for instance, like, how long you been doing music?
I've been doing music, like, seriously, for 2 years. But,
for 2 years.
I've loved music for about 7 years.
7 years. Okay, for 2 years. Okay, you've been doing music for 2 years.
2 years.
All right, so once you get to your 5-year mark, what you want to be doing? What other accolades are you going to attach to that?
I'm going to be honest. I ain't going to do it for, like, no Grammys or none of that. I feel like, honestly, for number one, is to do it to, you know what I'm saying, forever have my name imprinted in, you know what I'm saying, creating something that I love. Right. That's one. But two, is also about the money, you feel what I'm saying? Because if you doing something without, you know what I'm saying, any will to make anything back from it without knowing your value, then it's really worth nothing to you, you feel me? But in retrospect, it doesn't mean nothing about the money, but it's gonna come as long as I come correct, you know what I'm saying? So
music is a gamble.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like in 5 years, if I put in the time, you know what I'm saying, and the work that's supposed to be put in,
it's gonna show.
I'll be where I'm supposed to be. And if I do the opposite than that, then I won't. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because this ain't just no overnight, you know what I'm saying? Facts. You go to sleep, you wake up, you're rich, you know what I'm saying? Even the people who do that, they still got to go through things that, you know, people who got experience went through. So it's all about experience. You know what I'm saying?
And then, like, being an artist, bro, like I said, I'm an artist myself. Being an artist, bro, like, it's the hardest skill when it comes to it. It's the lowest skill in entertainment.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that because what I mean by it's a ladder. And I'm telling you some real shit. This is me sitting talking in a room with billionaires, just record executives, just having these conversations with people. Artists are at the bottom. I'm an artist myself. You are artist. We are at the bottom. She's an artist. We at the bottom. Yeah. So, meaning the reason why we at the bottom, because we need so many resources just to get here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We need money. You know what I'm saying? We the most impactful, but we so at the bottom because we haven't proved anything yet. We got, you know what I'm saying? So the meaning that you're a laborer. Basically, rappers like a laborer. If you thinking in the workforce system, you're a laborer. Yeah. You coming in as a rookie. So you, as an artist, you have to prove wealth. So that means in order for people to know that you can rap, you need a beat. You need a producer. So the producer's above you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Right. Then the engineer.
Right. You know
then this. Then, like, it's steps to that shit. So it's like you at the very bottom.
You know what I'm saying?
A DJ is higher than you.
Yep. You need the DJ, goddamn. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't got the DJ. But that's exactly, you know what I'm saying, going back to what we was just saying. You won't make it unless you really know, you know what I'm saying, who you need. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas get caught up in the fact that they got money. You can have money and have no face card and have nothing. Like, you can have nothing, nada. Like, you can just have money and niggas just know who you is, but you can't pull nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no pull. You don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, this shit is sad, man. Like, money is starting to be niggas' view. It's not actually what they doing. It's the movement for money. Like, if you moving out of the love for the money, then you really ain't got nothing going on. You just got some motion, I guess, if that's what they call it.
You can't get into rap and thinking that you can get a check off top.
Yeah.
Like, that's with anything.
Even niggas with money can't, you know what I'm saying?
Even niggas with money, like, they have to kick out more money than they make.
Yeah.
Because, for one, money don't flip. Money, first of all, when you're doing music, you have to wait on royalties and other shit, streaming incomes to come in. Right. That shit don't come in every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So your Spotify plays, your Apple Music, your whatever your distribution is, it's timely. That don't come every day. So, like, for instance, 50 Cent, after he got his $20,000 or $10,000 record deal or whatever, he was only left with a few $100s. That had to last him until his album come out and sell.
Right.
So he had to go a whole year with just that little bit of money they gave him. That's no different than me. Like me being, you know, I signed a movie deal 2 years ago. 2025, 2022. That's when I got signed. 22. So even with me, when I shoot, they offer me a deal or whatever, and whatever money they give me up front, that has to last me until my movie do good.
Right.
My movie don't come out like a whole nother year. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have to survive off whatever these people feed you, whether
right.
it's 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. Right. So that's why I be telling people when they trying to get record deals, okay, how you know your record gonna sell?
And that's why they ain't got signed.
That's why you ain't get signed. So that's why labels not signing people. They're not signing people unless you already have a buzz on your own. You gotta have a boots on the ground record. You gotta have one of those impactful records. Now I ain't talking about that type of style, but I'm talking about you gotta have one of those hits, like that, just to come out of nowhere. He's from Wagner, South Carolina. That's like nowhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and now his music being sampled by Beyonce. Like it's crazy where you could just the levels where you can see people. And shit, he signed his name on the board. He was in here and they signed his name on the board. I didn't even know who the fuck 803 Fresh was.
That shit crazy. Because
I don't listen to Southern soul music as much. I'm not in tune with it as like that. But he came here one time, and after that day, shit, you see where he at now.
Shit is crazy. And like Augusta, it's got a lot of big stars who done came out of here. Like,
yeah,
you know
a lot of big stars came from
like, here. We can't act like James Brown ain't put Augusta down, you feel me? Even though he's from South Carolina.
Yeah, he's from South Carolina.
Realistically.
Yeah.
But that's still Augusta, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Here, but people gotta understand, like, it's a lot that go into that, especially who is James Brown? This nigga put Michael Jackson on. Like, people don't know, you know what I'm saying, like that what it took for him to be James Brown.
That was Michael Jackson's idol.
Soul brother #1. You feel they don't know what it took.
Augusta man. At James Brown funeral at the James Brown Arena. Michael Jackson, they shut the city down. But they shut that area down. But yeah, Mike came down.
They don't know. Like, these niggas just be like, oh yeah, like James Brown from Augusta, but they don't know what it took for James Brown. You know, like even just like being an artist, we have to be educated on the things that, you know what I'm saying, we say and the things that we putting out there in the way that we present ourselves even as artists. Niggas think because you put a chain on and you put this shit on and you put the drip on that you that guy. But really, if you talking about something, you're that guy. Outkast, for example, we from the South. Right. Outkast has never been one of those people who had chains on and rings on. Them niggas had literally fedoras, you feel what I'm saying? Like
astronaut suits.
Damn near women clothes on, you feel what I'm saying? And these are pioneers. These are people who paved the way for what we got going on. So niggas need to wake up and actually know that it's really about originality, not what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Or how fresh you is, and like that shit don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Cause that shit don't even matter, cause the top rappers, they don't be the freshest fucking thing. It's like the bigger they make money, the more tackier they dress.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna care.
I wear simple shit, you know what I'm saying? Moment I start wearing goddamn Lil Uzi, Rockstar boots, y'all niggas goddamn, y'all take me off the platform. You feel me? So like, I feel
like even Kendrick Lamar's outfit, that look the basic as hell at Super Bowl.
At the Super Bowl, this nigga got a Canadian tuxedo on.
Yeah, but the nigga outfit costs fucking more than some people's. They get
rent. Come on, they house.
Like he had on, when they broke down his outfit, I'm like, it's regular fucking jeans.
And you see what Kendrick be talking about, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I respect niggas like J. Cole, like, for their simplicity. Like, no matter how big J. Cole has been, this nigga will pop out with joggers on and Converse on. Like, y'all niggas are silly. Like, y'all literally invest y'all money in y'all image, and y'all image don't even come back to what y'all think it's gonna be. And that shit is so silly. Like,
for instance, Sean Kingston, right? Prime example. That's the prime example that I can put for that, like, far as what was topic.
Yeah.
Because for one, he spun and finessed and scammed a lot of people just for jewelry. Dumb shit. Jewelry, stupid cars.
His fake car, man.
Fake, stuff like that for him and his moms and stuff. And then embezzle people. Then now, it's about to serve this big, him and his mom.
Yeah, it's coming to him.
It's crazy. So it's like, but that shows you, like, when you push on this lifestyle of you rich and famous, and you so ashamed of people not seeing you as rich and famous no more, that bothers you.
Yeah.
Like even Rick Ross. Like Rick Ross is gonna be on the verge of being broke one day. For one, he splurged more than he actually
making back.
You know what I'm saying? That's why he ran out of his house. Airbnb is you can shoot in his mansion right now. He Airbnb. Nothing wrong with it. Hustling, like do your thing. But it's
niggas
that
got money,
image.
they ain't doing this shit.
Right. Like, people that got money is not doing that. They're investing into other things to produce more. Like 50 invested into the film studio, like in Louisiana. Like that's an investment.
You feel me?
Tyler Perry bought the whole fucking community in Atlanta, military base in Atlanta. Like that's an investment. Like you got to think, a lot of these artists, they buy $100,000 jewelry. You know what you can invest $100,000 into?
These niggas is clowns, man. Like I feel like at the same time, like and this goes back to the internet as well, because I feel like a lot of people was not raised that way, but the internet is projecting to them that if they put themselves on the internet like that, it will make them more money. But I really feel like if they use their brain, they will understand that it's more about what they telling people, you know what I'm saying, and who their audience is. Because like if you gotta put on your chain or your watch and pop out and niggas love you then that's really not your real audience, you know?
Right.
Like
people just need to stop trying to live out these rap lyrics.
Yeah.
Like for men and women. Men and women. Mostly women now, because you mostly hear women's music more on the radio than the men. So they really need to stop trying to live that lifestyle. For one, they checking accounts are 2 different checking accounts. Not saying that these women don't have it, but these women be talking about stuff that a lot of these people haven't even visited yet.
Shout out Lauren Hill.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of like. So it's like a lot of these women they kick out money and which they could invest and do other things with that money, but instead of trying to have this image and this look and got this fat ass and my body on fleek for the summer, hot girl summer, these miniature Glorillas and Megs and these miniature Lottos and Sexy Reds. We already got them already.
Right.
And then it's crazy because you just sit back and look at, if you go to a club one day, I'll just go out to an outing where there's a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Just sit back and just look. You can count with maybe maybe one hand how many different hairstyles you see out there.
Yeah. Most of them just got the same little bust down.
The same look.
Same thing.
It's organized. It's like this. Everybody wants a Lotto look or the Ice Spice look or some type of look.
Program,
but all of them having the same different color wigs and styles and shit. The videos start looking the same. Because it's like, there's only so much colors you can do with colors.
Right.
There's only so much you can do with being naked. There's only so much you can do. Even with guys, there's only so much killing you can do. Like, damn, how many times you done shot this man in the album? Like...
You still supposed to be a killer, goddamn. How many times you got to kill a nigga to be a killer?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to, and we living in a world now where it's, you want to tell people you a killer, but you self-snitching on yourself.
Yeah.
And then you have all these cases, RICOs, and people being locked up. That's why gangster rap is being hurt right now, where Slim Thug can't even say gang, slat, none of that.
Yeah.
So it's like, from NWA creating and changing the rap game up.
RP Slim Thug.
You know what I'm saying? To now when you got these RICOs, but now if you saying anything about a gang, this and this and that, they're looking at you.
But I feel like we really paved that way for ourselves because that's what we wanted. Mm-hmm. And regardless if we want to look at it any other type of way, we knew what the difference was between making music to actually give a person a message and making music to, you know what I'm saying, influence people to do certain type of things. You feel me? Like, gangster rap was really made for niggas to influence other niggas to be gangsters. You feel what I'm saying? Like, no nigga who street wants some square nigga around her, but nowadays it's the square niggas with the money. It's the square niggas who doing these niggas beats. It's the square niggas who, you feel what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't make sense. Like, it's the square niggas who engineering you, but like, they squares, but you wouldn't be able to be who you are without a square. So like, it's like gangster rap is hurting honestly because it's too gangster, and the real way to be a gangster was never to be flashy and flamboyant with the shit all the killers I know, them niggas don't have Facebook, they don't have Instagram.
On,
like, you feel what I'm saying?
They scared
like
to go back to jail or go get banned.
Them niggas don't even come outside and grocery shop. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they feel like a nigga after them at all times. Facts. You feel me? So niggas who betraying this image, like, it's gonna catch up with y'all, and y'all feel like y'all can be fake street forever, and the shit ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, a lot of the gangsters now, or so-called gangsters, I call them, but a lot of them now, they basically, I look at it like, you haven't seen a lot of viral beats until like the Chicago War.
Yeah.
We're doing the Chief Keefs and doing all that time, and even the King Von and all that later on. But they really started to drill. So when it went from gangster, because gangster and drill like two different things.
Yeah. Drill is getting niggas killed.
Yeah,
like,
drill.
Gangster rap was just some shit like niggas can beef on the song. Right, yeah. Like, drill is like
two different things.
Fuck yada yada yada. Niggas is dying the next day. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we messing up.
Drill doesn't have standards.
You're right.
Gangsters like kids and women and old people. They out the mix.
Yeah, that's the program.
That's
man.
the program, because they have. So you gotta think, you gangster, like most gangsters, like they in gangs. So certain gangs went by a certain code.
Yeah.
But drill, it became something different because it's like
rebel
we don't give
shit.
a fuck what you is.
Yeah, it's rebel shit.
We ride on other bloods. We don't give a fuck.
Right.
It's us.
We bloods ride on bloods. We Crips ride on. It's like rebel. It's like the rebellious version of gangster rap. That's really what drill is. It's like us trying to show older niggas that we can just have a point and we can do it to actually do it. Like, Ice Cube can go make a song, but he gonna talk about a whole bunch of gangster shit, but people who really know O'Shea Jackson, they really know he don't do that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So now what's happening is, because it's an image that has to be upfield to, you know what I'm saying, because niggas in the gang is making drill music to influence other people to do this shit that they ain't even doing, people is dying behind this shit. Like, this is real life shit, and that's why the internet is really so dangerous, because honestly, it's like, if y'all ever seen The Matrix, it's more like The Matrix becoming reality and they're combining. You feel what I'm saying? Like, our reality is becoming the internet. You feel me? Like, what's being projected on the internet, like, that's what's becoming real life. Like, whether it was real or not, like, that's what's becoming real. So we dying behind shit that ain't even real. So it's like, it's fake from the foundation up. Like, so
I mean,
drill shit is
like you said, piggyback on what you just said though, but that also goes with the type of people that it is. Cause like you said, I do too know people that really about that life, don't be on social media at all, don't talk to them, they do their dirt in private, and you see them, you don't see them, then they out the mix. But then you have, like I said, you have the ones where they want you to know they gangster. They want you to know what they did. They showing the proof. They'll screenshot some shit. They'll do some shit and brag about it on social media. Then you have somebody all the way in England or somewhere like you got somebody like Trap Lord Ross. He'll have a whole timeline of when you did it, when you was planning on shooting, when you was planning on. I like, how you know he was planning on doing it?
Police love that shit too.
Yeah, but you gotta think how much incriminating stuff that you tell on yourself for a man that has not been in the United States. He don't know you. He never been in fucking Chicago to know what the fuck's going on, but he can tell you the whole timeline when you plotted, executed, and got caught up.
Nigga got enough evidence to put you behind bars for the rest of your life.
The rest of your life. And
he don't even know you. He ain't never seen you a day in your life. These niggas talking about niggas who be snitching in their hood. What about y'all niggas snitching on yourself?
Oh, yes,
and this need to be a whole nother subject, because we need to stop blaming the rats, because y'all niggas be writing on yourself and making it comfortable for the rats. These niggas feel like he done gave them so much evidence, we all done got caught up. Fuck it, let me rat too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, it's just becoming some, you know, like, this shit is disgraceful. Like, that's really what we here for, to make it better. You know, like, this shit is getting disgraceful.
And even with the rats, like, a few people disagree with me. I stand on what I stand. Like I said, I'm old school. I come from being on the block with motherfuckers that beat murder charges and kidnappers and armed robbers, and I'm being like this, and I was the guy in the studio in the hood where all the big dope dealers and people that did music came to my studio. So I've seen and talked and spoke with all the big dope dealers and all the killers and shit like that. So I just from going through this life in general, people has this tendency of wanting to be greater than what they are, which is no problem with that, but it's to their own destruction. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes you trying to imitate something so much to a point where you wind up getting wrapped up in it to a point where it's no longer you no more.
Now you got to snitch. You feel me?
You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people, and I think that's what the becoming a rats is like, it's the guy that was cool with everybody, you know what I'm saying? And he wasn't cool to a point where he didn't get a lot of respect, or he didn't get a lot of look from the cute girls and shit. He was always the last pick of some shit or whatever like that. And we finally get like a little spunk and he get a little acceptance from people. Then he becomes this whole...
He don't know how to act.
He don't know how to act. He becomes this whole what he's not. And now you mix that in with thoroughbred people that actually been about that shit or whatever. And he basically, he mimics them. He studies you. He sits back, study. A person that sits back and watches you is studying you. Like, I done studied Treese. I done studied you. I done studied everybody that been in my premises because I need to know your energy. I'm an energy person. Yeah. I'm a spiritual person.
Yes, sir.
So I have to know your energy. I need to know where, okay, is this energy comfortable? Is this energy good? Is this energy good for the brand? Is this energy has a good vibe? So is your oral. Like, do it give off a good positivity to everybody else that's around me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I look at all those things because you can have people that can come into a situation only like you, only plotting just to like you in a situation, and want to eliminate everybody else. It become a competition.
Trying to be closer to you.
I want to be more. I want him to like me more than he liked this motherfucker. Yeah. Even though they done had years of experience already. They've been rocking already. You get what I'm saying? So I think with the rat thing, going back to the rat thing, I feel like if a civilian that's not in the streets, that hasn't done any crime, worked 9 to 5, is an average blue collar person, stay out the way. If a crime happened where one of their loved ones got killed by accident and she seen a tag, she seen a face, she has every right to talk to the police.
Yeah.
Every right.
Yeah.
And nobody shouldn't look at her as a rat.
Yeah.
For one, she's not participating, especially if it's some ignorant shit. If it's two street gangs fighting over territory that none of them paying taxes for.
Yeah.
But if they wind up shooting someone as an innocent bystander that's just sitting on their porch, or a kid, or a little girl, like what if it's her daughter, and she gets up there in the news and tell who they were and this and that, because now these days they only want to tell on their killers because they scared. And I don't like that because just because someone chooses street illegal activity, you can't force your lifestyle. You're forcing your lifestyle on someone else that doesn't live that.
Yeah.
In other words, because it's like you can't lay your law of how you do street law on somebody that lives a normal life. They don't understand street law.
You know, I agree with that. Not to cut you off a bit, brother, but what we also face is not being able to trust the police. Now, not saying that, you know what I'm saying, we would do it anyway, but maybe if we had a little bit more comfortability and trust in police officers, you feel what I'm saying? That's why I feel fucked up when people be trying to judge, you know what I'm saying, young black men for trying to be police officers and SWAT members or in the army. Like, we need more good police officers. Like, look at the shit that happened to us, you know what I'm saying, that's still currently happening to us. Like, people feel afraid to go to the police, you feel what I'm saying, because the relationship just black people in general have with the police. I mean, we can't even, you know what I'm saying, like, come on, like, you know what I'm saying, like, the snitching is a whole nother factor, you know what I'm saying. You got yourself into some shit, you know what I'm saying, and if you want to tell, you know what I'm saying, that's your lifestyle, that's how you live anyway.
Right.
But for us to feel fear going to the police is honestly a real factor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that also being real because people feel like, hell, if I go to the police and I live in the hood, hell, when I come back to the hood, who the hell gonna protect me? You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
facts.
it's the hood. Like, you know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So, like, that shit is just crazy because it's almost like we also have no other option. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the same time, and that's where people get their mind blocked in because I feel like, hell, if I see somebody flipped over on the side of the road, like, who the hell am I supposed to call? I can't call the hood, can I? Like, what the fuck? They're not gonna pull up and help these random people. You feel me? Like, so
nah,
it's like we need them. You feel me? Like, people don't use their fucking brain. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, I would never fuck with 12. But like at the same time, nigga, like you need the police. Like,
first of all,
come on,
they
man.
cap. When someone said, I don't give a fuck how street they are.
Come on, man.
When someone sit here and be like, don't call the police. First of all, you say that now until there's a situation with your loved one where you feel like, well, I ain't got no gun on me. I'm straight call the police.
Just finna say that.
So that's bullshit. Niggas just don't want you to call the police and while they in the midst of doing some foul shit.
Yeah.
But everybody on this earth at some point will have called the police or will call the police. Just cut that shit out.
Man, I got shot in my chest. Who the fuck you think? You know what I'm saying? Like I got shot in my chest when I was 15, bit brother. You feel what I'm saying? So
explain that. Before we get into that, explain that.
Okay. Well, I was 15. I had this partner. He was a lot younger than me. You know what I'm saying? Like one of my little bros. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Came over my house, shit. We was just doing shit. We had a couple more of the bros. Nigga he had a gun. He didn't know what he was doing with his gun. You know what I'm saying? Just fast forward, you know, I ended up getting shot by accident. You feel me? But
you were cleaning this?
Nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, little niggas playing with guns, like, it was an FN, you feel what I'm saying? So it's one of them guns where you could pull the trigger. But if you know how to do your gun, you know what I'm saying, you could pull the trigger, it won't fire. You feel me? So he had that bit already primed up and you know what I'm saying, he shot off. But I knew it was an accident. Nigga stayed there, like, he was crying and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like, because, like, at first I was just thinking, like, hell, let me kill him before I die. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
so you got shot at?
I got shot in my arm. It went through my arm, and it hit me in my chest, and it came out my back. So like, I got hit like a number like 6 times, but it was only one bullet. So like a ricochet, that bitch just moved all through my body.
That's a dangerous shit, cause that shit's going through this piercing shit.
Yeah. Like it wasn't no little shit. Like that was a hollow point. So like that bitch, I felt it, then it exploded. You know what I'm saying? Then it moved. You feel what I'm saying? So like I felt all that in one motion and. Now, I ain't crying nothing, but I felt like I only ain't cried because the shit hurt so bad. I really couldn't even get no tears to even come up. You feel me?
Yeah, out the blue.
Yeah, like that shit was like, it was the most random thing ever. Like, he was like crying and shit. I was like really just trying to stay alive type shit.
So you were like, they had to stop the bleeding?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I done seen niggas get shot. I done been grazed. You feel what I'm saying? So I knew the science behind it. I knew I wasn't gonna die. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said that shit the whole time. Like even like when he was sitting there crying, I was just like, just go give me a rag, some bread. You know what I'm saying? Like so I was really just doing shit to stop the bleeding. But like I had a white shirt on, like the whole white shirt was burgundy. That bitch was done. Like
damn, so who called the police?
My little brother.
Oh, see?
So I told him call it, but I told him call it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like, in some situations.
In some shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't call my big brother be like, yo, pull up and kill this nigga. Like, he still
me up.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's still gonna have to take me to the police take me to the hospital where it's police and they gonna ask me, like, when the police got there, they tried to, you know what I'm saying, let me die. You feel what I'm saying?
So any gunshot victim at the hospital, they got to call the police.
Yeah.
It has to. That's part of the protocol.
Yeah.
So it's like, so when people be saying that shit, I'm like, shut up, bro.
Come on, man.
Call the police. You just got in the situation where you need to, baby.
Nigga get fatally injured.
They're here for a reason. They're here for a reason. Don't get me wrong. Like, they do a lot of foul shit over the years. And at the end of the day, I look at it like this. I don't look at the whole police system. At one point I did. Yeah. But I had to realize it's the people. I mean, it's no different than people you work with at your job or people in the studio, whatever. Just certain people just you just get better vibes with certain people. All cops is bad. Like I got some friends as cops.
Right.
Cool as fuck, man. Like
come on, man.
Like they from the hood, and I love it because they from the hood, and they understand like, okay, you can't treat every black person the same.
Right.
Like you might have one wild, ignorant black dude, but you can't treat the next one like
shit
that.
Made him a better cop. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, because he knows.
Like, why would we not want people from the place where we from to become the shit that protects us?
The place.
Like, come on, like Obama from Hawaii. What the fuck do he know about black people? Like, come on, let's be real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't did too many interviews, but like, let's be honest. Like, Obama's from Hawaii. Like, what the fuck do he know about the hood or where he could get a hood, bro?
Michelle probably.
I mean, Michelle, but I mean, come on now. Yeah. Yeah. Donald Trump, this nigga's from New York. He's from the nitty gritty. You feel what I'm saying? So it be like,
he's a hustler.
People look at it how they look at it. And America's a business. He's a businessman. So niggas love the PPP shit, but they don't like Donald Trump. But you like the shit he doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? When Obama's around, niggas just liked him because he was black. He didn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, our viewership be so ridiculous because I know good ass white cops. I know good ass black cops. You feel me? I know terrible ass black cops. I know good ass white cops. You feel me?
Fact. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been around more asshole black cops than white cops.
They be the cool ones. Them be the niggas you want to see.
White cops be cooler. Hey, buddy. Hey,
come on, man. Them niggas be bigged out, man.
I give you a warning. Slow down. Black cop, you gotta give me a ticket for this.
He think you on some shit right now.
I bought the car with the tent like this, like. Well, it look dark. His window and a seatbelt.
It be your own people, bro.
I'm like, bro, I get it, bro. You just trying to look good for your captain, bro. I get it, bro. Man. And it's like it is what it is. And don't get, like I said, there's some good black cops. I met some good black cops. You know what I'm saying? I met some bad white cops and some good ones.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so we can't dissect.
It's the people. I would say it's always. That's why I said, reflecting back what I was saying, it's the people.
It's the people.
It's the people. So it's like, even when it goes, like going back to the rats thing, like I said. Because all street people don't think like if a person tell, they respect it.
Yeah.
You know, they respect it. So it's like, because at the end of the day, you still going to have to go through the law system.
Yeah, I feel like the most dangerous nigga, a nigga will kill you and tell on you. That nigga ain't got no type of moral system. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that nigga will kill you right where you at. And he will go tell on himself and anybody else that you know. What is more dangerous than that? You feel what I'm saying? So, like, niggas feel like that rats is like, you know what I'm saying? What you look down upon, like Nipsey Hussle got killed by a nigga who snitched on somebody.
Right.
And because he called him a rat, he got killed. So, like, use a brain, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we going to keep dying behind shit that's already been a thing if we don't understand. And the
craziest thing about it is the scariest fucking person you should be standing in front of is a judge. Because he can decide whether you going to be forever in this cage or you die.
Police the biggest gang it is, shit.
Come on now, they the biggest. They the number one gang.
Number one. That's who we scared of. Like, shit.
They got
that's
that badge. You see that badge? That's their bandana. That's their shield. So it's like they the number one gang. So it's like it's a brotherhood and a sisterhood.
And legally can kill your ass at any moment for the smallest cause.
And the only thing they have to do is go and take their mental classes, make sure their psychology is updates and straight. They back on the job. Cause a lot of them they get paid on leave. Yeah. Like they don't get fired.
Yeah, these niggas do all type of crazy mess and then they get paid to leave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's cops done did terrible shit and they get paid to leave. You know what I'm saying?
But like I said, it's hard to get a lot of us, our color, inside those type of systems, like the jurisdiction system.
Yeah.
Like lawyers, judges, DAs,
fuck fireman. Like, come on, we don't want to do shit government.
You know what we want to do?
Come on,
what's the 5 things we want to do the most?
Rap, trap, sell food, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Sell merchandise, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying none of that is not good, but at the same time, like my dog say, bro, you gotta have 6, 7 shits to get rich, bro. So like, you gotta have some shit.
You can't just have. It's like you having the basic black kit. Like it's like you know how you go to McDonald's, you got the number 1, 2, 3. You got the basic back kit. You get to be like, okay, you get some money. You gonna either get a barbershop.
Come on.
Get a car wash, a boutique, and a rim shop. But Mexicans mostly get that a lot.
You know,
The Hispanics, but you might see a few black people.
that would make Jay-Z and them though different though, big brother.
A car wrecking shop, fix cars.
Cause we buying stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't investing in shit that's gonna make us more money, or even the shit that we use on a day-to-day basis.
The shit that you can leave to your
kids,
your kids, and
like,
to your
kids,
next generation.
Kids,
and don't get me wrong, like no disrespect to none of them, cause we all struggling and trying to grind it out. We just talking about it as a massive whole for the next generation. As far as like we can't have the next 10, 15 years of kids and people, creators and stuff coming, following the same shit that we're doing. We need more innovators.
Yeah, we need different.
We need more innovators. We don't need more people just following suit. We need more innovators. People that's willing to try and invent new things. Show a different way of how to. We need women to come out and show women that okay, you ain't got to be naked to make a man say damn. Like I said, you know, we need more of etiquette. We need more of how to be a lady, how to be a queen, how to turn it on and off switch. A lot of women don't know how to do the on and off switch. You know? They don't know how to be sexy when it's time to be sexy. They don't know how to show some skin when it's time to show some skin.
Right.
Leave some imagination for the bedroom. You know, they don't know how to do that anymore.
That go for men as well. That
go for men as well.
Shit, we don't know how to act around women. We don't know how to
act around certain women. Some men don't know how to wear their pants below, you know, above the.
Niggas want to sag. They don't know how to wear.
A lot of women don't like that.
No. I feel like, and even growing up, you know, my grandma used to tell me all the time, pull your damn pants up. You know, even when like I might be just, you know what I'm saying, have a little, you know what I'm saying, my drawers.
I don't know.
Pull your damn pants up. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, being a gentleman, number one is knowing yourself, because if you know yourself, then you know how to approach people.
Right.
Number two, you know what I'm saying about being a gentleman, you feel me? It's just really like you gotta know, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like how you're approaching the situation and how you're being towards people. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's big, man. Like a lot of people don't have no mannerisms. They don't have no, you know what I'm saying? They don't have no etiquette when they do shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people go to other people's houses, eat at the table, and don't clean the table behind themselves. Don't try to wash the dishes. You know what I'm saying? So like shit, just, you know, we gotta be more elegant when we do things. Like we wasn't raised like that. You know, shit, we had a hard upbringing, but shit, we can't act like our mama ain't just teach us nothing. Like shit, our grannies ain't do nothing. Like shit.
And the craziest thing, we all was raised in some form or fashion by somebody in our family, right and wrong.
Yep.
Somebody told you in your family, whether it's your mom, dad, auntie, grandmama, uncle, somebody, cousin, whatever. Somebody in your family told you was right and wrong to a point where you knew what was the right things to do and what was the wrong things to stay away from. You know what I'm saying? But the entrapment is, like you said, you in a hood or you in an environment. That's not, I ain't gonna say hood, in an environment. And you're around this environment every day. You're going to school, your public school, your friends are in public school.
Yeah.
You see these friends every day, they want to invite you out to play basketball, want to invite you out to this and that. More you step out and hang out and party and hang out with them, next thing you know, you're in the streets. So it's a recyclable thing, man. So it's like our parents were doing this shit before we was born. Their parents was in the streets for some reason we have to break that type of loop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like living in poverty, like, you know, living where the mortgage value of the next house is zero because that bitch either burnt down. It's nothing there.
You know
what I'm saying? So, like going back, it's a mindset. You know, we have to change our mindset just to change generational wealth.
Yeah, we got to do this shit, you know what I'm saying, for the next generation. Like, if we not teaching them to be innovators and be creative and create their own wave, we are literally gonna run the earth into hell. Like, if we keep going at the same pace and thinking that the internet gonna uphold what we want, you know what I'm saying, in the future, it's not gonna happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like we just gotta we gotta inspire. Like,
I seen last thing before we go. I seen this article and a video I had watched the other day. It was about social media, how social media is now considered a drug.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, it's like the effect of how even video games is now considered a drug, like gaming. So it's like you can look it up. It's so they got like
addiction.
a couple. Yeah, it's an addiction. So it's like it's so much of your brain that is stimulating, and for this one substance thing that you can't live without it. That's why you have so many cases of kids killing parents because they took their phones away, or they took their game away. And so there's a lot of cases now recently where you done hear a lot of incidents like that. So I just thought that was something to talk about. I mean, we'll bring up because, you would never think that for us growing up playing video games, like I was a gamer growing up, but gaming wasn't this extreme now.
Like
gaming back then was like you get a couple of partners, y'all talk shit, play the game, and you might play a couple games by yourself just to cut the time and stuff. But now it's more competitive. It's more
shit is getting
it's
real.
An environment. Shit's real. Motherfucker, like look at Cat. Kai Sinet, like look at him and Speed and
got the VR shit.
Like all this shit. Like these motherfuckers are millionaires just off gaming, just off Twitch and just sitting on the front of a computer, just talking about nothing.
That's what they love.
Like, it was like
they trying to make
crazy.
More of us be like that. And I'm not saying that it's wrong, but like y'all didn't go touch some grass. Like go outside, find out what's
imagination.
Find out what's outside. Find out what's different. Find out what you can create that has not been created. Right. That's what being a creator. Right. That's what being an artist is. Drawing something from scratch. Right. Learning how to just do something. Like y'all niggas are just so like y'all insane.
Because we watch social media, you're not watching anything. You're not watching nothing for the originality because it's not if you copying it, it's not original.
Watching it for relatable shit.
Relatable shit, and you watch it for inspiration. But for the most part, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't really be on social media like that because I'm a creator. And I don't want to, because whether we, like, Treese can agree to this too. At some point, the more you indulge in something, it rubs off on you. Yeah. To a point where you want to either try it or you done tried it. Anything. Or you done did it. You like, this ain't me.
Anything. I don't give a fuck if it's water. Yeah, you don't drink water.
Yeah, you just want to try it. So it's like... Because just the more that you indulge into it. Yeah. So it's like with me being a creator, I know a lot of directors, I know filmmakers, I know a lot of writers, I know a lot of photographers, I know artists, I know some people from North Carolina, South Carolina, Cali, New York, a lot of people. I got a lot of connections. The thing with me, what was that? Oh, the thing with me with the connections and everything I do, I try to keep my circle small, filter out the ones that I know is worth these connections, to use these connections. Because, the more you deal with people and the more you just show people you're full of shit by not bringing up to what you're supposed to be doing, the more those connections and stuff drop. But I like your head, man. I ain't gonna lie for you. I like your mindset. For you to be young, 19, you actually intelligent. Like you got a lot of wisdom up there. You've been around a lot of old heads, right?
Yeah, I appreciate you, buddy. Yep. I was raised nothing by old niggas.
Oh, okay. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that.
Shout out CTC. Y'all don't do drugs. Don't smoke. Don't do nothing like that. Stay on the right path. Be positive. Don't let nobody invade your energy, man.
Facts.
Just being real.
Yeah, that what's up, man. All right, man. So before we slide off on NewbieVeT, man, how can they get in contact with you for booking on any songs, performances, or?
My Instagram is KARXSH 2.0. I'm gonna be dropping something real soon. I'm in the works, you know what I'm saying? CTC,
so five stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out YBL, shout out CTC, shout out all my brothers, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Treese, you know what I'm saying? Long live O, long live Koya, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta keep it going, you know what I'm saying? The next generation, I'm doing this for us, you know what I'm saying? So regardless, y'all behind me. If you ain't, then you ain't. But we gonna keep it rolling, big brother.